Hey YouTube, it's time for another episode of NC Socks. So this video is very much inspired by Jaden Animations. If you don't know her, she's way more popular than I am, but she is an animator on YouTube, and I'm a very big fan of her. So shout out to Jaden Animations. If you haven't heard of her, check out her channel. So basically in this video, I'm going to talk about a lot of the awkward things I've done in my life. So I can be a really awkward person at times, and I really try not to be. I try to be more outgoing and more of an extrovert, but it's hard. I'm definitely an introvert at heart, so I can be very, very awkward. So I'm just going to start off with one thing that this happened about 4 years ago, and I still remember it very, very well because it was so awkward. I was on the bus on the way home from school, and as I was getting off the bus, this happened every day. As I would get off the bus driver would say, "Have a nice day," and I would say, "Thanks, you too." Easy as that, right? And then she would say that to the next person because it was a bus stop with a lot of different people getting off. So it would be, "Have a nice day, thanks you too. Have a nice day, thanks you too," from another kid, right? And, you know, very, very simple conversation. Not that hard to get a hang of. But anyway, I guess it just became, I put myself on autopilot too much for that conversation. So one day I was getting off the bus, and she said to me, "Have a nice day," and I said, "Thanks, you too." And then she said, "Have a nice day," to the next person. And again, I said, "Thanks, you too." Now, I'm not sure, I don't think I said it that loudly, so she most likely didn't hear me, and it was just really, really awkward for me. Nobody called me out on it or anything, but it was just so awkward for me to be saying "thanks you too" twice. Like, obviously, I wasn't really putting any thought into the words. It's just something that I say every day, and it's just so automatic at that point. So, I don't know, it was just really embarrassing for me, even though I don't think anybody noticed. But, yeah, that's one of the awkward things I've done. And then there was another thing like that. This actually happened to me very recently. So I was just in school, and I was in the hallway. I think I was walking to the bathroom or something. So on the way to the bathroom, I saw a teacher in the hallway, and he said, "How's it going?" And I said, "Good, you?" And then he said, "Good." So, you know, that was all good, right? That should have been the end of the conversation. For some reason, I felt the need to say thanks after that. So it basically went, "How's it going?" "Good, you?" "Good. Thanks." Just so unnecessary. So very unnecessary. I did not need to say thanks. I shouldn't be thanking him for anything. I mean, it was a good conversation, but still, no need to thank him. You know, that's just, it should have ended before the thanks. But anyway, so after that, I went into the bathroom, and this teacher was sitting at a desk in the front of my school. They're kind of just like, you know, hanging out in the hallway. I guess they didn't have a class or anything. So I was paranoid the entire time I was in the bathroom that I was going to go back out and it was going to be so awkward between me and him. I don't know how much he analyzed what I said, but I was really analyzing it, and I was just thinking about how awkward that was and how stupid it was for me to say thanks. I think I stayed in the bathroom longer than I should have just to avoid confronting him, but when I came out it was all good and he wasn't there anymore, so I just went back to class and that was the end of that. And ever since that happened, this was only like a month ago maybe, but since that happened, I've been really paranoid of small talk conversations like that. Like, I've really focused on what people are saying and focused on like making sure I say the right thing back, because I don't want to do that again. You know, I don't want somebody to say, "Hey, how's it going?" and then I'm just like, "You're welcome, have a good day," or something. Like, no. I don't want it to happen again. So I've been really, really careful in conversations like that not to say the wrong thing, but I have a feeling that any day now I'm gonna screw it up again. And then another thing that's happened to me, like, recently when I'm, like, passing teachers in the hallway or something, I don't know, I want to acknowledge that they exist, right? I want to say hi or something, but sometimes for some reason, I'm in this awkward state where for some reason I don't want to communicate with other people, but I know I should. So sometimes I'll just be walking by someone and I'll be like, "Hey." Like the quietest "hey" possible. Like not even a full "hey," just like a grunt. I always want to stop myself from doing this, and I can always tell when it's gonna happen, that I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but like, I don't know, in the future, I'm just gonna say "hey." If they don't want me to say "hey," too bad, I'm gonna say it. So I think I fixed that one now, but that does happen sometimes. Another thing that I'm really awkward with in general is just like machines or anything mechanical where I'm not sure going into it how it works, and I need to figure it out very quickly. That's really ambiguous, but I'm going to explain with an example. So basically my school has an internship program where you go and be an intern at a place for a semester. So this was last semester for me. So I was at that place, and, you know, it was like an office building, so there were elevators. So my other friends who interned there and we were in an elevator, and we were just going downstairs for lunch or something like that. So we were all in this elevator, and then right as the door was about to close, somebody else came up to the elevator and wanted me to hold the door for them. So here's what I mean about being really incompetent with machinery that I don't know. So I don't have that much experience with elevators, and I don't know what any of the buttons do besides the ones that tell you what floor to go to. So, but I knew there was a button to keep the door open. So I tried pressing that. But it turns out that was the button that closes the door. So I had 5 friends with me who were also interning at that place, and we were all in the elevator together, me and my 5 friends, and this guy, the door was rapidly closing, and I was just pressing this button harder and harder to try to get it to open. Little did I know that was the close button, and it was not working, and I felt so terrible because there's nothing you can say. Once the door closes, you can't even say sorry because the guy is just gone. You're separated by a door. And I just felt so bad. My friends are laughing really hard because it was like really, really stupid of me to do something like that. But yeah, those are some stories of when I've been awkward. I'm sure I have a lot more, but that's all I'm going to do for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.